Hi, I'm Daniel with etrailer, and today we're going to take a look at, I'm going to show you how to install the etrailer trailer hitch on our 2026 Chevy Equinox. These small SUVs are great vehicles and you can use them for a lot of different things, and adding a hitch is going to be a great idea if you want to add an accessory back here like a bike rack, cargo carrier, or you could even do some light duty towing. You can put a little camper back here or even a utility trailer. Went ahead and took that bike rack out so we could take a closer look at the hitch. And as you can see, all you really can see is the hitch receiver. The cross tubes are completely hidden, which is really nice, and it also has a nice matte black finish, which we found is more scratch resistant, meaning it won't rust as fast. Now I'll go ahead and get you a couple measurements that might be useful. So from the ground to the top of the inside of the hitch receiver is going to be about 12 inches. So that's good to know if you have any accessories that stick out pretty far, and you want to make sure that it doesn't bottom out when you're going up a steep incline. Now the next measurement's from the center of the hitch pin hole to the outside of the bumper here, and that's going to be about 6 inches. So that's good to know if you have a folding accessory like a bike rack and you want to make sure that doesn't hit your bumper when you have that folded. Now you will need a 5/8 inch pin and clip to secure your accessory. This won't come with the hitch, but it usually comes with your accessory when you buy one. Now I would recommend upgrading to a locking pin so you have that extra sense of security when you're out on the trail. No one can come and take your bike rack. Now the safety chain loops are a loop style down here. They're welded on, and they can easily accept a clevis style or an S-hook safety chain. If you are going to tow with this hitch, then the max towing capacity is going to be 4,500 pounds, and that is going to be the trailer plus whatever's packed inside of it. Now this is compatible with weight distribution systems, but it won't change any of the weight stats. Now if you're putting a cargo carrier or a bike rack back here, the tongue weight of this hitch is going to be 675 pounds, and that is the weight pushing down on the hitch receiver. If you decide to upgrade your Equinox with a trailer hitch, then please send in a photo of what kind of accessory you're using with it and a review or comment. Now as far as the install goes, this is very simple. You're just fishing a couple of bolts through the frame, and it's a bolt-on application. But if you don't have the time or tools to do it yourself, you can check out our dealer locator, and we have professionals in your area to do this for you. But if you're looking to do it yourself, follow along and I'll walk you through it. First off, we're going to remove these two fasteners on the lower fascia. I got a T15 Torx bit. I'm going to get these both removed. Then we'll have to take our exhaust down for some extra room, but before we do that, we're going to want to get a strap secured somewhere on there. I'm going to get this tightened up so when we do take the exhaust, this will support the weight of it. The exhaust is in some rubber isolators, but it's on a plate that has 2 bolts. I'm going to use a 15mm ratcheting wrench and get these removed. And once you get both of these out, I'll get the other 2 on the other side removed, and this piece can be lifted off, and I'll just swivel this down out of the way. Now there's going to be one more rubber isolator, and this one we're just going to use, I'm going to use some spray lubricant. You can use some soapy water if you have that. That's just going to help us get this off. And I'm going to pull this off one side, and that'll drop our exhaust down. We need to fish our hardware up into the frame here. We're going to use this hole. As you can see, it's not wide enough. So we're just going to widen this out a little bit. I'm going to use a burr bit and get this widened up. And I just made it wide enough just so our spacer and our bolt head could fit in. Now I'm going to take some spray paint and spray some of these edges. This will help prevent it rusting in the future. Now we can fish our hardware into our frame. I'm going to start with the frontmost hole here. I'm going to take the coil end of our fish wire that comes in our kit and get this poked down through the hole that we enlarged. Now I'll take our carriage bolt, put it through our spacer, and get this threaded on. Put that spacer up through the hole, and then our carriage bolt. Give it a shake and get it pulled down. Next, I'll fish the rest of the hardware through the 2 rear holes here, and I'll fish all 3 on the other side. You can lift your hitch up, and it's really good to have a second person. I got Jesse over there helping me. We want to get it around the exhaust. Now at this point we can get our fish wires, poke it through our holes in our hitch. The two closest to the front of the vehicle are going to be the oblong holes. Now we can lift it into place, line up our bolts, and I'll just take our fish wire off. Now we can get our nut in place. Now that I got all the nuts hand tight, I'm going to come back with a 19mm socket and get these all snugged down. I'll torque these down to the specs in the instructions. And if you don't have a torque wrench at home, you can usually rent one from your local auto parts store, or you can purchase one from us at eTrailer. Now we can put everything back the same way we took it off. And once you get the exhaust secured, you can take your strap off and you're good to go. You can start using your hitch. And as a look at the eTrailer hitch on our 2026 Chevy Equinox.